So this is encouraging news for Xbox fans, whoever, wherever the case may be. I think that this is really telling when it comes to what Microsoft is able to accomplish with Xbox. You know, is this going to be kind of the future? I think that's going to be a big question. Like, a lot of people are kind of asking that. Is this the future of Xbox? Does this bode well for Xbox? Does it not? You know, listen, here's the thing. When these companies announce numbers, when they announce, you know, hey, we were able to do this or we were able to do that, you know, a lot of times they're going to announce things in a way that makes them look good, right? And that's just the truth about it. You know, they're going to make themselves look good. They don't really care about anything else. So when they go, you know, like I can remember Microsoft talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. They're like, the most amount of players, the most matches, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't announce a number, which, you know, they usually Activision announces a number. Hey, we broke the record. We sold, you know, we made over 1 billion over a launch weekend, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, they didn't do that this time. So there were a lot of Xbox fans that were kind of doing a little bit of a victory lap. And I understand that because it does sound impressive. But when you look at what's actually happening, things are a little bit, you know, kind of question marks there. But I want to get into this because this, you know, this does sound good. But I'm curious to hear if you guys think it's good or just Microsoft blowing smoke. We'll see, you know. It's always interesting to see how these things kind of work out. What's up, everybody? I'm Crab Gamer. Crab Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you oh so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. I do daily video game content, 1 or 2 videos a day, depending on what's going on. I try to be informative yet fun, so hopefully that comes across to you guys. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 developers are commenting on Xbox and the Game Pass impact. A lot of us have questions about Game Pass and exactly what that means for Microsoft. Weeks after its official release, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 developer says the game being included in Microsoft's Game Pass subscription helped convince more people to try it out. Black Ops 6 is the first Call of Duty title to be available on Game Pass the same day it was released worldwide, which initially caused concerns about the game's overall performance. However, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has proven to be a massive sales hit, even though the game is on Game Pass. Officially hitting store shelves on October 25th, Black Ops 6 rings in the next chapter of Activision's decade-spanning Call of Duty franchise, complete with new features, modes, and improvements. So again, you know, listen, I like Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I think it's a pretty darn good game. And they did a good job with it overall. You know, it looks good, it plays good, it feels good. I think that's probably the most important thing for a Call of Duty game. But is it, you know, something that is going to continue to do well? I think that's the big thing. You don't want to rock the boat because I think the industry needs a Call of Duty every year, you know. So that's, you know, one of the things we have to kind of look at. So among the more exciting additions in Black Ops 6 is the return of classic prestige, as well as the arrival of several quality of life improvements for the game's multiplayer and zombies modes. However, one of Black Ops 6's biggest departures over previous installments is its availability. With this game being included on Game Pass from the start, the risky experiment seemed to pay off, with one Treyarch team member discussing the decision in a new conversation. In an interview, Treyarch Assistant Creative Director Miles Leslie, a Call of Duty veteran of 16 years, said Black Ops 6's unique release helped entice uncertain players to give the game a shot. Quote unquote, when we've seen it, it has allowed people that who might have been on the fence, might have had some of that friction, might have been like, I haven't played in a while, to actually come back and try the game. Call of Duty titles like Modern Warfare 3 have been made available on Game Pass before, but none have launched on the service the same day as it released worldwide. Quote, we've gotten to the point now with Black Ops and Call of Duty have been around so long, I've been working on it for 16 years. And really the challenge for us is, how do you bring along the fans that love Call of Duty, but how do you create an environment where you can welcome new fans as well? So anyway, it's an extraordinary gamble on both Treyarch and Microsoft's part. The bet seems to have paid off at least somewhat. Again, we don't really have any kind of concrete numbers or, you know, sales figures or, you know, sales numbers in terms of, hey, what's it actually doing? You know, if they say, hey, it's doing great, you know, I mean, I guess you have to kind of take it for that words. But again, when these companies are speaking specifically to, their investors, they're always going to try to put the positive spin on it. I mean, Sony does it, Nintendo does it, all these companies do it, and we're kind of seeing how that kind of ends up in the long run. Is it really doing good, or is it not? I think, for instance, when we can look at something like Starfield, that game seemed to do good overall, but as far as I can tell, even the DLC, the expansion, didn't really do much for them. I'm not saying that the game is totally screwed or dead or anything like that, but we are in a situation where obviously it didn't do, I think, as well. It doesn't have that same aura around it as like Fallout 3 or a game like Skyrim. But then again, look, very few games have that kind of aura about itself, so again, we'll have to see if they can continue to kind of improve things and get people excited about the future. But until that comes about, until there's some changes made there, we'll have stuff like this that kind of crops up or whatever. Like I said, it's an interesting topic, and one that I'm sure like a lot of you guys are maybe curious about and kind of talking up and things like that. So we'll see what happens. As you know, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella confirmed Game Pass set a new subscriber record for Black Ops 6 launch day in a company earnings report. While fears over Black Ops 6 initial sales persisted leading up to the release, the bold strategy allowed a large number of players to get their hands on it, likely expanding the overall player base in unprecedented ways. With Call of Duty embracing a seasonal approach similar to Fortnite and other live service games, this larger player base is absolutely key. Treyarch has already released a new content roadmap for Black Ops 6 upcoming Season 1, which includes tons of new features both for fans of the game's multiplayer and zombies. New maps, weapons, and items will soon make their way into Call of Duty Black Ops 6, as well as the premium operator skins and bundles, something the franchise has also been embracing. So yeah, listen, they're making a ton of money through this, and obviously, Call of Duty, even in the off years, Call of Duty still is making money. Who would have thought that Call of Duty World War II would have sold, 30 million copies, and that was a pretty good game, to be honest with you. Apparently Vanguard, which, wasn't amazing, still sold pretty decently. So, we'll see what happens. It really kind of, I think, depends on the fans. If you don't like something, don't buy it. But I think, like Call of Duty is something that attracts everybody, so maybe he's on to something. It's like I played Call of Duty since the beginning, and I don't have a lot of friends that play Call of Duty anymore, but some of them might be willing to try since it's on Game Pass or whatever the case may be, and that might be a good way to get them back into the game. Because let's just be real, not everybody's like me, where I pretty much own every Call of Duty. I've got I'm looking at my shelf right now, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Call of Duties that I own on Xbox 360 alone, starting with Call of Duty 2 and ending with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, again, like I said, it's a strange time for sure, but Call of Duty is always going to, in my opinion, be a big thing. And there's new people that take over. There's new people that enjoy Call of Duty. It's because it's definitely not the same people that I kind of grew up with playing Call of Duty. I think it's like new people all the time, because people are always like, well, I'm never gonna get Call of Duty again. I'm never gonna I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do that. And honestly, when I look at this and I kind of just go, okay, Call of Duty is just kind of this juggernaut that's never going to really dissipate, in my opinion, and I think that's probably going to continue to help Microsoft in a lot of big ways, just going forward. But nice to see that, hopefully it really helped out Game Pass. It helped out Call of Duty. A lot of people seem to be reacting positively towards Call of Duty and kind of what's going on now. And so I think that's all really cool stuff. I'm excited about the future of Xbox and Call of Duty, and we'll see what Game Pass does. I prefer to own my games, but you never know what can happen in the future. Maybe more people will be interested. Maybe it did help sell some Xbox. We probably won't know for a month when the NPDs or whatever come out, but maybe it helped a little bit. Maybe it didn't. we'll see. But I think that if anything, Call of Duty is like in this make or break spot for Xbox. How do you feel about it? Let me know down below. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch my videos. Please like, share, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crap gamer out.